Marston's Domain.
Hey everyone, Marson here, and today I want to talk about Animal Crossing New Horizons because I love fishing in this game. I say it pretty much any time I make one of these videos about Animal Crossing, it usually comes up. And I really love the museum when it comes to Animal Crossing. But there's something that I've thought about with the museum, and that is where I feel like it's not too hard to get everything in the museum. When I was younger, it felt a lot harder. And this is excluding the art in the game. I'm talking just the bugs and the fish. So I'm actually excluding fossils too, which I don't really think those are too hard. But in general, I just don't think it's too hard to catch everything. When I was a kid, I definitely thought it was. Now, as I'm playing the game and making sure that I catch all the fish that I can for each month, it doesn't really seem that difficult. But it's still a lot of fun to do. I get very excited when I catch a new fish. I love just going straight to Blathers and giving it to him and him putting it in the museum. And the millisecond I get a shark, I am going to zoom into the museum and check that out. But one thing that I've thought about is that it won't be too long before I'm just completely done with the museum. Again, in terms of the fish and the bugs. Maybe even not the bugs, because if I miss out on a bug, I don't think it'll bother me that much. But with the fish, I'll be done whenever the time comes up. Because I'm not going to time travel ahead to catch fish that I can't catch yet. So once it's February, I'll have all the fish. And like I said, it's still fun. It's still exciting to catch the new fish. I can't wait to see the sharks in there. But one thing that I've thought of is that it would be really cool if they changed the game a little bit and made it so that you could actually catch different size fish or bugs and be able to put those in the museum. I definitely am thinking more so of the fish just because I think it would be a lot easier to tell. But to me, it would be really cool if you could go to someone's museum and see like a giant turtle or a giant shark or a giant tuna and actually have different sizes of these fish. Because the way that it is now, I have no interest in going to my friend's museum because theirs is going to look the same as mine if they're a completionist. They're going to just catch everything they can when they can, and that's that. So I have no interest in going into someone else's museum. But if I could go in there and see different sizes of fish, or maybe even having like a quote-unquote shiny, like maybe there's a rare fish that has a scar on it, or just, I don't know, just something about it that's different, along with getting different sizes. I think, honestly, with just that change, it would add a ton to the game. Because I think that Pokemon alone has proved that people like getting unique things. They almost don't even care what it is or what it does. It's just exciting to get something rare and something unique. Because shiny hunting in Pokemon, even with me not being the biggest Pokemon fan, I like getting shinies. And if Pokemon Sword and Shield adds Carvanha and Sharpedo, I will be right on there to get a shiny of both of those. And again, that's with me not being the biggest Pokemon fan. So I think if they were to do something like that with Animal Crossing, I think it would add a whole new layer. Because it may not sound like a lot, but I think there would be a lot of people that would gravitate towards that. Because then you could also think about it with the fish models. You could then essentially have quote-unquote shiny fish models. And you could have fish models that are bigger. But this topic is mainly about the museum. So I really think that there could be a lot added to the museum by being able to get different size fish and different looking fish. Because it's kind of like a dog, right? I mean, not every dog looks exactly the same, even if it's the same breed. So it would be cool if some of these fish maybe had a little bit of a different coloration, or like I said earlier, a scar. Or maybe there's even different traits that some of the fish have, like maybe one of them that has a scar swims really fast, so if you put that in the museum, then you see it zooming through the tank. I just think that even though the game is incredible, and I love it, I think there's some things that they could have expanded upon that I feel like they just didn't really think was necessary. Because essentially, I mean, yeah, the museum's fine. It works like it used to. It's great. But I am starting to get the feeling of that it's going to lose its novelty as soon as February hits. I think once February hits, because I'm not too into getting the paintings, and the fossils I'll just eventually finish. And like I said, the bugs aren't a high priority for me, but I'm sure I'll get that done. But in February, I'll have all the fish. And unless if they plan on adding more fish with DLC or whatever, then I don't really see what else I would do with the museum. I think it would just be done, and I would have to just randomly want to take a stroll through it just to look at what I already know is there. Which, I mean, again, I would like to say, the museum looks super cool, and I love the way it's designed, and I probably would enjoy just strolling through it sometimes. But I just wish there was a little bit more. Because you gotta figure, after February, and I have all the fish, I'm not gonna have as much interest in catching fish anymore. Because I've already made videos talking about how I think bells are just too easy to get in this game because of turnips and just all that stuff. So, for me, fishing for bells is already becoming something that I don't really need to do. And if the museum's done, I'm also trying to get all the fish models as well. So if I do that, along with the museum, I have nothing else to do with fishing. And it's just a weird thought to have that in a year, I'll just have no use for fishing. Unless if I manage to just go through all my bells, which I don't think is really going to happen. I don't know. It just feels weird. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the museum. Now, with all that being said, there is the whole stamp thing that's happening that we saw in one of those update videos that's being added. I don't know what that's actually going to do, but it is some sort of an event for the museum. So maybe that'll add more depth to the museum? I don't know. It could just give you miles. Who knows? But there is hope there, because if it does do something to the museum, then maybe we could get updates like that in the future. And it could be something that we continuously need to do. I don't know. But all in all, I would like to say, again, I love this game. I love the museum. It looks amazing. I just feel like they could have done a little bit more, especially with the fishing. I think that having different size fish, giving an incentive to actually try to catch multiple of something and be able to go to Blathers and be like, I caught something bigger, and they put that in there. I just think it would have been cool. But either way, I'm still enjoying catching the new fish when they come out. I'm still enjoying going to Blathers and giving them to him. So the fun is still there. I just think there was a little bit more potential with this, and I kind of wish they would have changed it up a bit. Even if they didn't do my suggestion, maybe there was something else they could have done. I don't know. But either way, I'm happy with the museum, and I just wanted to give my suggestion on something that I think would have been a lot of fun. But either way, that's all I really have to say about this. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all this. Do you think my idea is good? Do you think that it doesn't really matter? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you have any other ideas for the museum, leave them in the comment section down below too. I would actually like to see what other ideas you guys may have. So let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and want to support my content, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Take care, everyone.